Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I am going to give you an update on how September went in our homeschool and what we're reading. Okay, so this month I can't remember the first book we read honestly, but we just read Two Small Tola because we are doing Beautiful Feet books and the first part, and we're studying Africa. We're also adding in a little bit of the Book Shark Sonlight, but mostly Beautiful Feet. Anyway, this fit really well. It's about a girl in Nigeria, and we weren't specifically studying Nigeria, but it did allow us to fill in that country in the map, so it was pretty fun. And it's a quick little read, and there are it's a series, so my second grader will read the next ones. And then we are also reading, I didn't bring it out, Mouse and Motorcycle. And I'm kind of honestly finding it a little bit slow and boring, so I might pass it off to my husband to finish. But I'm just trying to truck through because next week I want to start a new book, which I will show you in a sec. And then I just wanted to show you guys a couple of readers that my kids are reading. So my kindergartner, my husband just came in. We are cleaning out our shop right now because we are planning to get goats in February. I think I might make a video on the transformation once it's done, which I'm a little unsure of because I'm not a farmer and neither is my husband, so I'm sure that everyone will have lots of advice. Okay, anyway, he just finished the my first Africa reader, which he loved, especially because it's just a few pages and it's, you know, like a chapter book, he feels like. So he is already halfway done with this one actually. He's going through it really fast. We read it every day. I've talked about our schedule a few times, but there is one set time during the day that we read aloud. In my last update, I mentioned that my second grader didn't want to read this aloud because it's pretty long and he was getting tired, but he picked it back up and I'm actually getting really into the story. He's not far at all in it right now, but I'm getting really into it, so I'm like, okay, let's read it again. And then just some other fun ones that they've been reading on their own. I mean, my kindergartner still reads it to me, but it's not during our specific reading time. This is one of the Elephant and Pig books. Oh, right here. They've actually got some pretty good ones, like as far as not too many words on the page. And he only had to ask about a couple words with this, so mostly he knew that one. Okay, and then this one is like, I'm really into this. So it's a solve a mystery book, right? So they read a chapter and then there's questions at the end, which is solving a mystery, but it's really practicing reading comprehension. He's over there, so I don't want him to know it's a trick. But anyway, and so that asks a question, like this one I read with him, or I listened, and it was like, he was holding a cat, and then they went and the front door was locked, but the boy knew there was another way that they got in, and so the cat's inside, so he had to remember that in his reading, the boy was holding a cat, and so it's like really, not obvious reading comprehension questions. I really like this, and it's a series. I don't know how many there are, but he's really liking that. I'm not sure if he finished. Oh, of course he dog-eared it. I always tell him not to, but he is almost done with it. I keep showing you guys where our library is and trying to hide it at the same time. Okay, so those are the readers and what we've been reading. Last one that I've been loving, which isn't really like a read aloud, but it is, you know, it's history read aloud, is Story of the World. And it has been lining up so well with our history, like accidentally. So we just did Sumerian tablets with the Book Shark side. And so there was a hands-on history, and we made a Sumerian scroll and you roll it on Play-Doh and it's like words, you know. And then the next day when we were reading this, it was talking about Sumerians, and Egyptians wrote on rocks and Sumerians were on clay, and then they started using paper. And then I looked ahead and then it's going to talk about mummies, which is also lining up perfectly. So especially if you're doing Book Shark, I would highly recommend matching it up. It's already a lot of reading, but I would match it up with this because it's just going perfectly. Okay, so that's all the stuff that, all the books we're loving. I kind of am doing this update spur of the moment, so I'm like, hopefully I don't ramble too much, because usually I ramble if I don't have things in motion. Okay, before I talk about, oh, one more thing that we liked actually, sorry, is this Africa, Amazing Africa book. It goes through every country in Africa. That's the introduction. So like we just learned about Ghana. So it's just like a short little, it's one page. But they have their own little history book that they're filling out each time we learn about a country, and have a little table of contents in there. It's really cute. When I do about halfway through the year, when I do like my review of Beautiful Feet, I'll show that to you guys. Anyway, let me talk about anything else we're enjoying. We're having a lot of fun with our homeschool group. We are going to a friend's house this week to do some clay. She has a friend coming over that does that, and she's going to teach a kid, so that should be really fun. We went to a museum about an hour and a half away. I ended up getting a membership because they had like a deal where it was the same price. It was like $10 more to get a membership for a year to a couple different museums as it was to go this one day. So I think I'm going to start going up there a little bit more often. It has this really cool outdoor area, indoor. Anyway, that's been fun. They just started their music class, and my 5-year-old was really nervous about having someone else teach him. All my kids have been kind of weary about that, which is fine with me. But it's a friend's mom, so he's met her before and knows her. And he was definitely nervous about it, but he warmed up and he's like so excited about it now. Their instruments are coming in the mail tomorrow, and then they have another class the following day. Yeah, they're loving that. And last thing I'm loving that I can think of is our schedule. So like I've said, I've talked about our schedule, but I'm just like really thrilled with it. I used to try and just like bang it all out really quick in the morning, like breakfast, and we just sit there and do all of our stuff. Now, first of all, we have more, like our science is more in depth. Our history is definitely more in depth. So after breakfast, when we're doing math in morning time, then we have like an hour-long break. Well, sort of break, because they also are cleaning a little bit during that time, which has been great. And then we come back in a different space in here, this room actually, and finish up our school. So that's been really nice. Okay, and then coming up, so this month my son did Memoria Press lit guide, the Beatrix Potter one. And as you know, if you've watched my other videos, we're also doing Brave Writer. So we are going to be doing this Brave Writer coming up, this Dart. And it's this book, which I think is going to be really fun. There's not pictures in it, which he does still like to have the occasional picture, but I told him, like, I try and tell him, can't you picture it in your mind? And he can, but he does like to, she'll see him sometimes, but I think it's going to go really well. The book looks really fun, and I've already planned out the first couple of weeks, so we're actually going to start, that's why I'm trying to rush through Mouse and the Motorcycle, because I want to start this on Monday, so that then I can get the Dart study started, which I'm looking forward to. And I can also do a review. I think I'm going to do a video actually after we do this about how I'm using all like 5 different brands of curriculum for his language arts, because it's going really well, and it's keeping things interesting, and it's keeping him challenged, because he is like very advanced for a 2nd grader with reading and comprehension, all that stuff. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. For anything else, we don't have much coming up. It's been really nice. September has been really low key. It's been just our homeschool stuff, so we haven't had like birthday parties or family get-togethers or things like that. October, we have like my birthday, which is, I live in the house, so it's not like inconvenient, I don't know. And then Halloween, which they already have their costumes and they're very excited about it. My 2-year-old got hers yesterday in the mail, and she wanted to wear it like all day. I had made her put pajamas on, and then as soon as she woke up, she was like, put costume on. It's really cute. Okay, and yeah, I think that's it. Let me know if there's any other videos you guys want to see. I'm sure there's some stuff that I didn't mention with our update, but yeah. Oh yeah, follow my Instagram, because I have been actually on stories a lot lately. I don't do many posts because pictures just like aren't really my thing. I'm much more into video, that's why I like YouTube. But if you want to follow me on Instagram, I think it's linked in the description box, and I'm on stories a lot. So that's pretty much it. Okay, thank you guys. Make sure to subscribe so you can see my videos coming out.